welcome to Flory Models Daily Vlog. Here we are on the Monday the 9th of May 2016, and today I've been pushing on quite extensively, as you can probably see, with the Halifax. Really coming together very nicely. Doing different techniques, as you know, I like to show you different techniques as we work our way through different builds. And for this one, I'm using oils for doing what I would traditionally do with an airbrush, which sounds a bit weird. But I'm using oils to make things like the exhaust staining. So as you can, I don't know if you see, it's one of those things, it's designed to work very flat and muted, and when you're using oils, going over it with a little bit of thinners, you blend it so seamlessly into the surface that everything sort of goes with it. The great thing with oils as well, you get that sort of oily look to it, and obviously for something like that we're looking for it. But hopefully you can see we've got the smoke stains on the top, and depending how you angle it, depends on how you see it, because it's shiny all over. Okay, and that shininess has got nothing to do with the flat coat that's on there. It's because it's had washes and it's had thinners, and we're using low odor thinners over this one to blend and put it all in. So we've been rubbing it around absolutely everywhere and working our way through. We've also done the props, the gear is on, the doors are on, and all the bits and pieces like that, as you can see. So we're actually starting to really come to life now, and we've started to unmask, which is obviously the big thing. So we've done the tail turret, we've done the top turret. And as you can see here, we're working our way around. We've got some very nice details coming to life. Still got to do quite a bit of work to this, to be honest. We've got lumps and bumps that go all over this thing. We've got various exhausters still to go on, various pitot tubes, aerials and everything else like that. But because we're doing oils and everything else, we don't need to give this a flat coat on top, which traditionally with your modelling coming with a flat coat. But I want to sort of make this sort of a tonal change to everything. So it's going to look quite shiny, as is the real thing and everything else, whilst looking sort of dead flat from a distance. So if you're looking at this from a distance, and certainly with no reflections on it, it'll look flat. You get some strong light on it, like here I can see the studio lights reflecting across the leading edge of the wings and everything else like that. So that is what we're working on now, and I should think by tomorrow we'll have this finished. So this one will be finished and done and out of the way, and then we can push heavily very quickly on with the Osprey, which is moved. It's over there now. Which is my entry into the group build. Remember, get your group builds going. I think we're going to run to about June, so it'd be nice to get as many of those finished as you can right the way through for I Am an Animal group build, working our way through like that. So part, I think what it is now, is it 8, 7, 8, one or the other, is up on the site now. That's going to talk about decaling. Now, the good thing with this one is as well, it gave me silvering, and like I said, it was good. No, it wasn't. Nobody wants silvering. And to be honest, one side was perfect, and I just had silvering as it was on this decal area just down here, which is gone now. And so what we do is we talk about how to get rid of it, the best way of getting rid of it, the best way to actually come in, and different techniques. So what we actually do, let it totally dry, and then we score it with a sharp line, just following the panel lines to start with. Then we put a coat of fixer down onto that, some set on there. Then we're going to come back in again and we do another layer, and literally just going round the thing of taking our time, building it up. Every hour gets another coat, and to be honest, within 3 we'd lost it and it had totally gone and was back to normal. So generally that one go through, and then we speak about changing the props, because the resin props, let's face it, they're not the best on the market. It's not the best casting, shall we say. So I elected to ditch those and rework the ones we had. Now the ones we had the huge paddle type props on there, so I reshaped them, redid them, we redid the spinner caps as well. So we speak about how we did that, and then obviously as you can see them on here now, they actually came along really well. Very happy how they turned out now. Hopefully from the overhead as well, you can see the yellow is all blending in down at the front and everything else like that. So generally we're going through the motions now of doing the sort of the bigger weathering things onto this one, and then what we're going to do once we've got it all together, we're going to come back and we can do tiny little streaking and all the little details afterwards. We've still got to get the lights on this one, we've still got to do some windows, some various bits and pieces, unmask the canopy, which is the next big thing. And then on the front as well, at the moment these are all still a loose fit, so they can literally come off like this, but we have just done the gun work on the rear, got to do the gun work on the front now, and all the bits and pieces. So by the time we put all these little areas in, we should really be thinking about getting it finished off by tomorrow, which is quite nice. But it's nice to have it on its gear now and all the bits and pieces. So that is up on the site right now. Thank you for all your feedback about the vlog thing that I did last week. Obviously it was a bit like Marmite. Some of you liked it, some of you clearly hated it. We had the poll, and the poll basically said not to do it. So that's what we've elected. So that's why we're back to doing shows like this, which are edited and all the bits and pieces. So as you say, you have spoken. So I will do whatever you tell me to do, and I'll do other projects other times and things like that. So there we go. That's it for today. Go off and have a look at this one. Remember, me and Steve are around tomorrow afternoon, which are going to be doing the Q&A show. We'll do it as a recording as well, so we can edit in the various bits and pieces. But if you want to catch us with that one, then obviously post up your questions into the actual forum, and we'll get through as many as we can tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, I've had a bit of trouble with this guy. The piping and everything's turned up, but the copper pipe, the brass pipe is so thin, it keeps kinking on me unless you have a massive arc. So I'm going to have to rethink this one, and it might end up on an acrylic stand yet. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to work with that one, but on Wednesday we'll push through with that one, and we'll hopefully get that one finished off as well. So there we go. That's it for me today, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Happy modelling.